All right, everybody, welcome back. It is day number 15 of the Goleta Project. Today we'll be running with Mike Gerken. Mr. Gerken's always good for a laugh, so I appreciate him coming out and running with us today. We're going to run through Los Carneros, Carriel, kind of cover all these streets and through here and head back. So it doesn't seem like that much, but you guys know that I'm sometimes not good at estimating that. So I think maybe about 3.5, 4 miles. Thank you to the students who sent in some questions, some tough questions also to answer, but also very important questions. So thank you, Mr. Gerken, for giving his honest opinion on that. And thank you all for joining us today. We'll see you out there.
All right, good morning, everybody. We got a day number, I think it's 15 of the Goleta Project. Today we have Mr. Gerken. I would say hi, Mr. Gerken.
Hi, Mr. Gerken.
Mr. Woodard was supposed to join us this morning too, but something came up, so he promises to do it another day. So we got that to look forward to. And here we go, day number 15. We'll see you out there. All right, Mr. Gerken, first student question is, what are the funniest things, or one of the funniest things you've seen on a basketball court or a softball field?
Well, you got to remember, I spent about 6 years coaching Frosh girls basketball, which in and of itself offers plenty of laughs. But this one was particularly funny. We're taking the ball out under the basket, and this girl, Lauren, is playing defense, and the referee hands the ball to the other girl, and she raises her hands to block it, and all I hear is, "Ooh, am I ripe?" We all just started cracking up a little bit, because it was just that one moment where she lifted her arms and goes, "Oh!" I kind of hit her, but she'd been sweating a little bit, so we all just kind of cracked up. It was pretty funny.
Nice. Next question, where has been your favorite place to travel and why?
Well, I really love going to the South for football games. That's really cool to see the culture down there and enjoy football. But the best place is on Kauai, and that's because my wife's family is there. And we don't do very much tourist things, but we just hang out and we eat, drink, and laugh. It just really feels like home, and it's peaceful. And I just love the Hawaiian culture, and I am the richer for getting to know them. So Kauai is the way to go for me.
How's it been having your own kids at school? What have been kind of the good and the bad about it?
Well, the good is for sure the first 2 years, because I get to drive them to school, and we have all these bonding moments like morning drive time playlists, and we get to have some good conversation. And sometimes it's nice if there's an emergency and they need some food or something, they can come and see. And when your kids do something nice, it's nice that some teachers acknowledge them and point them out. It kind of gives you a sense of pride. The difficult thing is, it's for them, I feel sorry because they kind of are under the microscope a little bit. And, there's a double standard for teachers' kids versus everybody else's kids. And I think my own fault is put a little too much pressure on them to be super good humans, and they're just like every other kid. Kids sometimes make mistakes, and unfortunately for teachers' kids, those get a little amplified. So, but overall, the experience is great, and I especially loved the ability to coach my kids in sports.
What is one of your favorite places to eat in town?
I'd have to go with Rose Cafe on the Mesa. Sorry, Goleta. We've been going there for years and years. Probably 25 years we've been going there. We always get the same thing, chicken enchiladas verdes. I get no sour cream. My wife gets the sour cream. In Goleta, I love Zoto's, just because it's a great family place to be, and we have a lot of family meetings there.
All right, Mr. Gerken, this one's a little more serious, but a student asks, how do you feel about the recent events that have been going on in the Black Lives Movement?
Overall, I'm like, I think, most of the country, I'm very sad and disconcerted about how things are playing out, and on both sides. Obviously, the way police treat minorities sometimes is a little bit different. But then by the same token, I really hate to see cities looted. But I think what it comes down to is both sides of the issue are really suffering a great deal amount of pain. And, you know, I think if we were to somehow get to the underlying causes of the pain, that maybe we have to we'll take a step in the right direction. You know, I teach AP language, and every year we read Letter from Birmingham Jail. And I honestly believe that if everybody just read that, it gives people a lot more understanding of some of the underlying issues that create the rage. So that's where I stand. I suppose the hardest thing about being a teacher is that you really have to be prepared to put on a show every single day. Like, you don't really get days off. You have to be ready to go, and if you're not, you get gobbled up. And I would say the other thing is, I think teachers, you know, they say that all it takes is one kid. Well, it's a pretty low ratio. So teachers want to serve every kid, and the hardest part is to be the best teacher for every single kid, since there's so many different kinds of kids and different ways they learn, and trying to be the best teacher for every kid is probably the hardest thing.
We talk about like filling your tanks, and at school or in your job, what are the things that you do that sort of fill your tank, or that happen to you in your job that allow you not to get kind of burnout?
Well, the constant is the kids. You know, we wouldn't do this job if we weren't rewarded by being with the kids every single day in class. The dynamic, the interaction, and the learning, and, you know, being a teacher kind of opens your eyes to the bigger picture of things. And, you know, with all of the discord we have right now, as a teacher, you get to meet kids from every different walk in life. And, you know, it makes you realize that we really are just the same. We all come with different skills and different abilities, but the bottom line is we're all human, and it's that realization of the human factor that really fills my tank. That, and when people laugh at my jokes.
That you don't think the kids know, or many of the kids don't know about you.
Well, anybody who's had me knows that I won't eat a bite of fruit, not a single one. Although I did try a tangerine during the pandemic, so I'm trying to branch out a little bit. But I would say the one thing people don't know, or maybe they can infer, is no matter how old you are, I always believe that you gotta try to be a kid no matter what. And it doesn't matter if you're 50 or 40 or 25. I always think, don't forget about the joys of being a kid, and try to find those little pieces in your life that you can make fun and joyous like you were when you were 10.
All right, as usual, I thought it was going to be like 3 or 4 miles. I made Mr. Gerken run 6. So
thanks, Coach.
He's a good sport. Mr. Gerken, any last things you want to say to the kids?
You know, just like we did, make exercise a part of your life going forward. It doesn't matter how long you go, half hour, an hour, 3 miles, 6 miles. Though I will say I learned something about going 6 miles that most runners know. There's this thing called chafing. I think I'm chafed. So anyway, beware of chafing. Only go 3.
All right, you guys, we'll see you later.
See ya.
All right. Well, that was day number 15 of the Goleta Project. Like usual, I underestimated the distance of the run. Nice job, Mr. Gerken. I think he said that was the farthest he's ever run. But he did a great job, right? So we also appreciate him answering the questions and sharing his opinion. You know, some of you might have different opinions than him, and that is totally okay. And he may have even said things that you disagreed with or agreed with, and that's kind of the whole thing. Like, just be able to start the dialogue and to be able to talk about it, because that's the important part of really trying to make any change or trying to make any improvement. It's just feeling open enough with each other to be able to hear things. And so thanks to Mr. Gerken. Thanks for those of you that sent in questions. And yeah, so this is the map of what we ran today. It was 6.05 miles. It was pretty much exactly an hour running. And then here we have the full map. So that's what we did today. So yeah, we're kind of gaining on it. I keep filling it in and thinking like, wow, we're almost done. But then I keep looking at it and I'm like, yeah, looks like it's almost the same. So anyways, we got next guest coming up is Mr. Garrett. He agreed to run with us, so we're looking forward to that. And then I think Mr. Gleason and Mr. Woodard, we're still trying to figure out a time to run with them. So anyways, like I said, we'll keep churning out these episodes even though school's done. I hope you are enjoying your summer and your time off, your well-deserved time off, and hope you're also being productive with it if you can. But you guys deserve a little bit of rest time. And thanks for joining us today. Hope you are well, hope you are safe, and we'll see you out there. Bye.